Is this heaven?
No, it's a podcast. Welcome to the Field of Geeks podcast.
Hello and welcome to Field of Geeks, episode 121. I'm Josh.
I'm Mitch.
And I'm Chris.
Yes, joining us today, very special guest, author of Neva 18, Chris Guhl.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to be here. Never really done a podcast before.
Yeah.
So it's
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. If we can do it, you can do it.
okay.
Yeah, if that
I'll
helps.
hold you to that.
Yes.
If I fail, it's on you.
Of course, we'll be talking about your book very soon here. We're going to be covering Hellboy, Xmen Dark Phoenix trailer today, Oscars, and of course, much more. Yeah, I don't know if you've you guys seen these Colonel RoboCop ads?
Just I've seen it in passing, just on like Facebook and stuff. But
Yeah.
I looked at a couple this morning.
They're
pretty
interesting,
hilarious.
aren't they? Yeah. I wanted to bring it up because I actually kind of dug at least one of the ads. There's a dinner table scene, and it just cracked me up.
That's the one I watched.
Yeah. Because KFC, they do this, they change the Colonel up every 3 months or so.
yeah,
When I first saw it on YouTube, Colonel RoboCop, I was like, I was thinking like, sell out, this is terrible, tacky.
Yeah.
But then I was like, all right, I'll check it out. And I laughed my ass off. The dinner table scene, it's just a bunch of people. He's at the head of it. And, they just put a fake mustache and beard on him. And then they put like a bib that looks like Colonel Sanders' attire. And it's just all RoboCop, the rest of it. And he's just sitting there and they're all having a good time. And one guy's like, what's the secret recipe? And he's like, if I told you, I'd have to kill you. And then they all just like,
Awkward pause.
yeah. And then he has a butter knife, he slams it down, and then he jerks it back and forth, and they have all the robotic sounds.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious. And then he just goes, ha, ha. And then they all start laughing. And he starts malfunctioning. He's like, ha, 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 ha. And then he looks deadpan to the camera. It's just funny.
Is it the guy who actually played RoboCop?
Peter Weller voiced it. I don't think it's him in the suit. The suit's altered a little bit.
Okay.
There's another ad where he's walking. You can kind of tell it's a little different, but I'm sure there's backlash. But to me, I just had fun with it. I thought it was fun. It's like,
Yeah.
why not?
It's sad though because KFC commercials are hilarious, but if they spent the amount of money that they do on marketing as they do on food, they might actually have something there. I mean, I love their bowls, the KFC bowls. Those are great.
That's about all I got. Huh?
That's what I used to do when I'd get all the food home. But But
it's just not. It's not the same. To me. It just it makes me want to go there.
Yeah.
But I just had so many bad experiences lately.
But if you go over to
I
like a
wanna
KFC,
go.
there's grease on the floor. I mean,
it's terrible.
I want good fried chicken.
Yeah.
This isn't good to me. I'm pulling out like little bits of bone sometimes.
Go to like Popeyes or Raising Cane's or something like that.
Yeah, I wish Raising Cane's had more than tenders because I like it on the bone.
Oh, yeah.
but
it'd
the
be
tenders
more
are
that
great.
If they had more stuff, it'd be great. That sauce is so good.
Isn't it though?
It is good.
Yeah.
It's expensive though. I'm like,
Raising Cane's, yeah.
it doesn't really fill me up. It should.
It is expensive. I mean, if you get the 4 tenders bowl or whatever,
Yeah,
that's like just tons of stuff. I can't even get through it.
really. I like the garlic toast and.
Oh yeah, the garlic toast is so soft.
Yeah, why can't they have commercials with Colonel RoboCop or
Right?
Won't be Colonel, but
Because they spend money on food.
funny story when that opened, the Cane's opened. I went there on a Sunday, and there was a huge line. There was a cop directing traffic to get into the place.
Oh, wow.
And so he stopped me, because he's waiting for the other cars to move along. He's like, I don't get it. It's just chicken. I'm like, yeah, right? Thinking like, oh, yeah, I'm stupid. I'm here for this.
It's funny. Every place that opens up here that has chicken like creates a line in Iowa. I don't know why.
Burgers, too.
Popeyes did it.
Yeah.
You can get burgers everywhere here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Wahlburgers open. Okay.
Oh, Wahlburger, yeah.
We don't have a good burger around here. We got to go there.
Five Guys.
Yeah.
Five Guys.
I don't know. Bebop's is still the best.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Guys, but
Yeah. Just take yourself over there. Yeah, it was just funny.
As far as health goes, Bebop's is probably the least healthy burger you're going to get in Iowa, though. I mean, it's just like the bun, you squish it and the juice comes out. Just grease that's from the...
Yeah, you can't be on any health plan.
No.
No offense to Bebop's. We're big
No,
fans.
Bebop's is awesome.
Sponsor the show. We'll be happy to just plug it.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah, I just eat fries and shakes, all that good stuff, right?
Yes. Oh, man.
Currently, RoboCop, they're making another film. They're working on another film. Neil Blomkamp, who did District 9 and some other well-known films, he is working on a true sequel to the 87 RoboCop. It's going to have the same look and tone, feel, all that stuff. So he took to Twitter, and he's like, yeah, this is a problem. So I don't know if he was just joking or what, but yeah, I just found the timing of this Colonel RoboCop to be odd, because it's like they're working on a movie right now. It's not like it's shelved and they're not doing anything with him. I don't know.
It'd be funny to see like RoboCop in the same 80s outfit. In today's show, like they've never updated the technology, so he's just the same RoboCop.
See, and they might even do a period piece, for that timeline anyway. That was like a fictional 80s with all
like take those 80s Ford Tauruses and just black out the emblem.
Yes.
Of course, I don't know if you've seen Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
But if they do that approach to it, I think it'll be pretty cool. Just like they kind of have the same look, but they're modern a little bit more. So I don't know. I thought that was all kind of funny to talk about. Got a kick out of it. At least one of the ads. The other ones are like, it's all right. He throws Tinder at some guy in an alley, and he's like, enjoy. And then he goes into a family room, and he's like, you got 10 seconds to comply, which is that's an 209 line. That's not RoboCop. But the funny thing is, they got RoboCop on in the background of this movie, and it's a scene where he goes to grab that dude from the gas station, and they just cut it off just right. Oh, it's like he's interrogating that guy like very violently, and they're like, "This is a commercial." Like, wow, okay, yeah. So that was funny, but yeah. Moving on. Last week's Oscars telecast.
Yes,
a lot of us here in the group, we live tweeted the event, which was exciting and kind of nerve wracking.
First time doing something like that before. It was cool to do. Something that you see a lot of other comic book pages do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting. Trying to figure out how to do it all live.
Yeah, it was trying to think of clever things to say, hashtags, which I'm not great at Twitter, so I did my best. I actually got one tweet out there. It was during the in the memoriam. They left out somebody I thought should have been in there, and it was John Schnepp. He was on Collider. He worked on Space Ghost Coast to Coast, and he did the documentary. It's a great documentary, by the way. The Death of Superman, What Happened. It's the Nicolas Cage Superman they were going to do a long time ago.
Right. Was he the guy that did all that?
Yeah, he did that documentary.
Oh.
So him doing that, I thought,
right?
Even though it wasn't a theatrical release,
right? Still,
he's a director. He did a film, a documentary, and I don't know if they ever tried to submit it back then for best documentary. But yeah, I was bummed they left him out, and it turns out after the fact they left a lot of people out this year.
Yeah, Arlie Ermy, didn't they?
Yeah,
which was weird.
He did a couple movies,
like 200 and some odd movies.
Yeah, it's like, dang, okay. But anyway, I tweeted, let's also remember John Schnepp and King of the Sweaties. That was his catchphrase, Sweaties. He called geeks Sweaties, basically. Yeah. He was one as well, and he really got you amped up to talk about a lot of things. And so I also included his old colleagues in the tweet, and it just blew up. And it was like, wow, this is cool. Like, this is the first time this ever happened.
Yeah, you had several retweets and stuff. Yeah,
I had a couple comments. Had some negative ones.
I was following along. That's how I found out Spider-Verse won the.
Oh,
cool.
Yeah, great. Yeah, we got to one person. That's awesome.
All right, our one true fan.
We weren't getting too many. Honestly, we weren't getting too many responses, which is fine. You know, I get people are busy and stuff. But once I did that John Schnepp thing, holy crap, that thing just like blew. Yeah, it just lifted off and. Yeah, it's funny. We had so much positivity from that, but there was like two negatives that stuck with me. One person thought we were just trying to exploit him, to, get more known.
Oh, okay.
So the guy was like gross, and I was like, I want to respond, but I'm like, that's never gonna end. Yep. We're never gonna shake hands and be like, we understand
feed the trolls.
Yeah, exactly.
I did that once. You remember on the Facebook page? It was like. it was 4 weeks after Star Wars was out,
The Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens, and somebody had posted a picture of some guy driving around with an SUV, and on the back windshield,
Spoiler.
It had, yeah. If you haven't watched it by now, please just stop listening to us because you're an idiot. Anyway,
Hey, Mitch said that, not me.
yeah. So anyway, I was thinking of something clever like
It'll come.
the group. Yeah. So anyway, on the back windshield it said Han Solo dies in this movie or something like that, and somebody hadn't seen it, and it had already been like a month or two after the movie hadn't even come out, and they were just going off on the page.
No.
Lost a fan there.
Yeah, whoops.
Whoops.
We've gained more, though, since then.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah, we're doing something right. But
Nice.
yeah, I just thought that was funny. Or not funny. It bummed me out a little bit. It wasn't the intentions. Like, I was just trying to recognize somebody who wasn't recognized
Yeah.
amongst, the peers in attendance, the Academy. I'm a big Oscars fan, but over the years, it's like, man, they're just so stuck up. It just annoys me, It's like, this year was interesting, though. We had no host, so
Yeah.
it actually moved a lot.
Oh, there was no host? I didn't even know that.
No,
Yeah.
first time since 1989.
Okay.
Well, they were supposed to have one, but then some like previous tweets from years ago. Kevin's not Kevin Smith.
Kevin Hart?
Yes.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. I was about to say Kevin James. I'm like, no.
Yeah,
Kevin
no,
Hart.
Kevin James will never be invited to the Oscars.
I was hoping he was going to show up. I still hoped Kevin Hart was going to come out anyway.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah. Probably wouldn't have done that. Boo, you suck. I don't know.
Yeah, people pull up stuff from the past where it was a different time then.
Well, there's a lot of pressure with this no host thing because back in '89 they tried something new and they had like Snow White introduce the ceremony and then Rob Lowe like sang with her and they danced and stuff. And I guess the producer got fired over it.
Ooh.
Disney sued and basically got that like expunged from their record,
Wow.
of like Snow White contributing. So it was like really bad last time. But the ratings are up. So they might try this for until it doesn't work, of course.
Well, the Oscars have become one of these things where it's being used as a political platform. It was last year, so I think people were getting drained from that. Not only that, but I mean, it's a show to basically nominate people who are doing a good job, but it's everybody in the show that's nominating them.
Yeah.
It would be like us handing awards out to ourselves for a good job done.
I think there's an actors guild or directors guild. Like for every category, there's a guild, and they basically have to nominate someone.
Yeah.
Which is why I think Bradley Cooper didn't get nominated because he did his first directorial debut with A Star Is Born, at least movie-wise, and he didn't get nominated. And I think the same thing happened with Ben Affleck. And I really think it's the guild being like, how dare you, an actor, try to do our job? And you actually did a good job. I think it's kind of jealousy,
In that one though, Ben Affleck did win Best Movie of the Year award, though.
Right, and they allowed him to speak, of course, which was great.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed *A Star Is Born*, and I was shocked that didn't win a lot of awards. It won Best Song with Lady Gaga, "Shallow."
Yeah.
Which that performance I thought was great.
A lot of rumors swelling around that performance.
I know. As I was watching, I was like, "Wow, what's going on here?" She denies it, and his girlfriend's right there in the audience, so it's not like she wasn't in attendance. I really liked that duet, and I guess he directed that duet. Like they rehearsed it for a long time, but that was one of the highlights. I just really enjoyed that film, and I really liked the song. And
yeah, it was a great movie.
Yeah, it was. I was at Target the other day, and everything but the 4K was sold out of that movie.
Nice.
Really?
I didn't even know it was out. I was like, oh, it's a good movie. It's not really one I don't know if I'd watch repeatedly, but it's not because it's bad. It's just because, let's just say, it doesn't have the best ending.
It's an emotionally draining movie.
Yeah. And they're actually going to release it for a week or so with additional footage. So
it's actually out right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if that was coming.
15 more minutes.
Yeah. Of Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just 15 minutes of a scene where she's in bed and somebody's poking her face to wake up.
It's the audition tapes. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she did a good job though for her first big role. Black Panther won 3 Oscars.
That's great.
Best original musical score, costume design, production design. Spiderman Into the Spider-Verse beat out Incredibles 2, which is...
That's huge. Pixar is rarely ever beaten in anything.
Pixar, yeah, which I wanted that to win though. You know, I did like Incredibles 2, but yeah, Spider-Verse was just a better film in my opinion.
I was glad somebody beat Pixar.
Yes, finally.
I don't know if it was last year, a couple years ago. I really wanted Kubo and the Two Strings to win animated film.
But yeah,
it's a great movie.
Yeah,
but I think it was the Pixar film that year that won.
Of course.
So
dang Pixar.
I've been holding a grudge since then. So.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Spider-Verse.
Yeah, absolutely. Good win for Sony. You know?
I'm not sure. And I saw something somebody tweeted out, and I'm not 100% sure if this is true, but Pixar has somebody that just names movies. That's their entire job. Mm-hmm. And when the movie's Cars, he got a $300,000 bonus for just naming the movie Cars. Well, what's in it? Cars.
That's
sold.
Genius.
I think that's my least favorite Pixar franchise is Cars. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like there should be.
Is it because it has Owen Wilson?
No, not at all. I like Wow.
Wow.
I like him. He's a cool guy.
Owen Wilson's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the first Cars. I never really got into the others.
Yeah,
so.
I would say first Cars was good, but yeah, we didn't need 2 more of them.
No.
And I just don't get the world. You got mini bugs actually like flying around, and it's like
in Cars.
Yeah, they're like mini cars, and they fly because they're mini Cooper
like
bugs.
Bugs, yeah.
I don't get the whole.
It's
world.
a play on the word.
I don't get the world building.
Much,
I think there's a theory that
the only thing.
there was like a nuclear holocaust and the cars survived, and they mutated. Yeah,
Disney goes down a dark path and talks about nuclear
theory.
holocaust.
It was a fan theory, which I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
because
see it.
Yeah, how do you fix the cars? You know, I don't. They just needed to have humans. I don't know. It was weird.
That's a good question. How does a car fix itself?
Exactly right. That's
I'm
what
gonna
I
be
get
thinking
hung up
about
on.
that
I
all
get hung
day.
up on a lot of things with that world.
Who would
I
the
don't know.
Dr. Cars be?
Dr. Phil, he's a pickup truck.
Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
No, your problem is you're exhausted.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
Sorry.
You're like, what?
Sorry, that was a horrible joke.
No, that's fine.
That was a great joke.
Yes. So Roma was one of the films that got recognized a lot this year. This was a Netflix film, which I haven't seen. My cousin, he watched it. It took him several tries to finish it. He just said it was so boring to him. But I think it was more cinematic. Look, you know, that's where it really got the awards. Of course, Spielberg and a lot of elites, they don't like this whole Netflix kind of coming to their party, if you will.
Well, Netflix is a serious contender because a lot of the movies that big box offices stay away from or say no come out, and then surprisingly the fans like it because somebody actually listens to the fans.
Yeah,
Netflix.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's a real issue for these big people.
Yeah, he made a stink of it before the Oscars, and of course it won some awards, and now there's talks that he's going to bring it up at the next Academy meeting to maybe initiate a new rule, because he believes that anything streaming is basically a TV movie. But the funny thing is, a lot of these films that Netflix stamps their name on, in the beginning, they had no involvement with Netflix. Netflix bought them in post for like distribution and stuff. So that's what happened with Roma. It wasn't like Netflix like, we're going to get into movies. We're going to actually try and make films. They just bought a completed film, basically. That's all they did.
Smart idea.
Yeah. And not to say some of their other films are actually, you know, their idea or from the ground up, it's a Netflix film. But yeah, I know. It's an interesting debate. But yeah, there's so many great performances in some of these films.
And somebody for like Spielberg to say that, it kind of confuses me because he's one of those guys that uses all mediums available to him to produce his movies. So why not?
He's probably bummed he doesn't have a deal with Netflix.
Well, yeah, if that's the case, then he'll probably shut up. But
they're not calling me.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to get them kicked out of the Academy. So I don't know. You know, it's an interesting debate. You know, if it's not in the theater, I guess. But I don't even know if that's what the Oscar rule is, because Oscars are so old, right? 94 years old, I think. So obviously back then, you know, we didn't get like VCRs until like 70s, late 70s, 80s.
Well,
so
what were they, Betamax or whatever? They were the big honky ones?
There was that, you know, that struggle right there between VCR and Betamax, and then you had the laser discs.
Yep.
Those were around. But before that, you go see a movie, and that'd be it. You'd have to go back to the theater to see it again. So I get what they were saying about maybe back then. To me, it's an old rule because technology is advanced.
Times are changing.
Yes. You can go to a hotel and watch a movie that's still in the theater if you want.
My God, do you remember when movies? Okay, this probably dates me, but do you remember when movies like they come out, right? And you just sit there in anticipation, waiting for it to come out in VHS, and it would take a year.
Yep.
Yes.
Like literally a year.
Yep.
And it would just, and then when your friend got the movie, if you didn't get it before your friend, you'd go running over to their house and you'd watch it, and oh, I miss those days.
I rode my bike to Dolls and bought Jurassic Park. And
Yeah.
Raced back to the house, dropped it. Didn't break, of course. It's tape,
Yeah.
But I was worried about the case.
Yeah.
Oh no. But yeah, I just couldn't wait to get that in and watch it. It's just so different now.
The other thing
We're just
is,
spoiled. We're so spoiled.
The other thing is, do you remember when you'd get really frustrated when you'd go to rent a movie and they didn't rewind it?
Yeah. Be kind. Please rewind.
Yeah.
Damn it!
The new problem now, of course, is the damn disc have scratches in them, and even when you go rent, they clean it,
Right.
And you get it home, and it's still like,
Like I'm seriously, I'm teetering now because I have all these movies that I've digitally downloaded to like Vudu and stuff.
Yeah.
And now you can go to like Walmart and they have these little download codes that you can basically buy for $14. You have the movie. I mean, I don't really, unless I don't have it on download.
Yeah.
It's like, now I have to put it into the CD player to play it.
Right.
You gotta wait for all the warning signs to go by.
Yeah, I mean that's a new struggle basically. Like the physical media is maybe going out.
Yeah, because Vudu, all they have the movie and then they have the extras, so you can watch the extras right there. You don't even have to worry about putting in the disc to watch the extras.
I like that, but I still don't trust it. Like one day I could go out on the digital network, whatever, and it's all gone. It's like
It's happened to me twice, and then they've the first one was this. God, what was it? It was like a popcorn thing. Flickster.
okay,
Flickster then sold all their stuff over to Fandango. And,
didn't transfer.
well, a lot of people were pissed because they had like over 200 movies downloaded to Flickster. And then an uproar happened, but then they said, don't worry, Fandango's taking it all over. And then, bloop, there it is.
So yeah, if you go that route, you'll just need a lot of hard drive unless you delete the download. But of course, you bought it, you want to keep it. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I guess it's easy to loan it to people because you don't really have to worry about not getting it back. You can just tell them your code. They can go watch it. You're not waiting like months on end and like, all right, you done watching that yet? And they're like, oh, I haven't gotten to it.
Yeah.
Or you get it back and it's like in terrible condition or something.
Yeah.
So I get that's a good side of it. But yeah, I still like the physical media, but I get it. It takes up room. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see where that goes. But, yeah. It's all very fascinating, but we'll see what happens with this Netflix thing. Overall, the Academy Awards it was a fun night. I really liked it. I wasn't feeling the best. Still managed to tweet. I didn't plan on tweeting the whole time. I'm telling everyone like, I don't know if I'll make it this long.
Right.
It was fun though. Every category, I was just like, oh, that's great. It's exciting. Da da da. It was fun to do. We'll do more live tweeting events. Not sure which one we can do next. That most people will be watching at the same time.
Right.
I'm not into sports, so maybe you could tweet a sporting event or something. Mitch. Sure.
It'd be all Packers
Those
stuff.
mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Let's talk Nevia 18.
You're a busy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fascinating
I try to stay
dude.
busy.
I think you are.
Thanks.
I followed you for a while on all the social media, and yeah, he's an author, cosplayer, Avenger, and breakdancer.
Right.
Kind of sounds a little stocky there, Josh. I follow you all on your
Oh, I
social
know.
media.
I follow everybody. Yeah.
How's it feel to know your
seen you in
stalkers right?
shadows.
Yeah. Hey, everybody.
Hey,
That guy from Family
you
Guy.
like some popsicles?
Yeah.
Come here, Crash.
Shut up. To be fair, I only sent that once, and then he just acknowledged that. I won't. Podcast. Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be funny. You just get a recording of that, man. That would creep me out. Oh god, that's funny. But yeah, let's discuss the book, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us a little more.
So it's about a girl. Her name's Nevia. She lives in an all-female society on pretty much the last city on Earth. Like, males died out decades ago, and there's pretty much nothing left on the world except for this group of couple hundred girls. They have this like real strict structure in their society, and she's wanting to kind of go out into the world and see if there's really anything out there. As she does that, she realizes that the whole structure is a joke and that she's pretty much been lied to this whole time.
Oh, wow.
Bummer.
So how'd you get the idea for it then?
I had wanted to write something with like separated male and female societies,
Mhm.
and I couldn't really come up with a way of doing it. I had thought of the first line of the book one night, and then that just kind of triggered everything for me, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to kill off all the dudes and see where these girls can take it. And it just kind of kept rolling from there.
That's great. How long did it take you to complete it, from its inception to the release of the book?
I started writing it, I think it was real early 2016. And I've written other things like in between, like if I get stuck on Navy 18, I go write like a little short story. And
Sure.
I don't really write all the time, so it takes me a little while. I think I finished the first draft maybe in like 6 months.
Wow.
But then I'm going through and revising over and over again. And working on these other projects too. So
Of course, life, a lot of things happen.
Yeah.
6 months is pretty quick though when you think about it.
I mean, yeah, if it's flowing, it's
Yeah.
coming out. Not a lot of writer's block.
it's the revising that takes forever because I kind of go through and I just kind of fill in like everything beginning to end, but I leave a bunch of little gaps. Like, I'll figure it out later.
Right.
What have you learned from writing a book?
Patience. I guess. It's just a real long process, and you really got to stick with it because I really wanted to give up so many times writing it.
Wow.
Like, man, I've done enough. It's good. But it was real fun.
That's cool. And yeah, you did a lot of world building in the book. Are there more stories planned? Can you share that, or is that
Yeah, I think I am going to share that. So if you look on Amazon, it's Navy 18, and then in parentheses, it's got Clarkson Chronicles, Book 1.
Oh, cool.
Nice?
There is going to be a Book 2. I don't know if I want to extend that into 3 books or not.
Sure.
But I know there is a Book 2. I've started writing it. It was actually my NaNoWriMo project this year. That's National Novel Writing Month. It happens every November.
Nice.
It's kind of like a little challenge for writers. You have to try to see if you can write 50,000 words in November.
Oh,
I wasn't even close. I made it. I think I made it to 18,000 words.
Wow.
But it was right before Navy 18 release, so I was kind of trying to work with that.
Sure.
I was just thinking back to the time when we had papers that had to be 10 pages long, and I was like, how long can I get away with double spacing?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. Yep.
Moving the margins a little bit. Yeah.
just a little so that it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I do too. Now, did you write it on a computer, or did you actually hand write the book?
No, I couldn't handwrite it. No.
I can't do that anymore. My hands
yeah.
are just like tired. Like I can't.
Yeah.
Just get notes for all these shows we do.
Mhm.
I gotta go on my computer.
Yeah.
There's too much revising in my head as I'm doing it. So
I do. I'm pretty much mostly on my computer now. I did do Navy 18 a lot on my iPad.
Oh, cool.
I was using Google Docs,
nice.
so I was kind of just set on my iPad and like type away on that
You actually
pretty
use
quick.
the keys on the iPad?
Yeah,
Wow.
Oh, man.
Wow.
it worked pretty well.
Yeah.
But
that's cool. Wow.
No,
Whatever
I don't
works,
really know.
right?
I broke my case on my iPad, so then I switched back to my computer, and now I can't do
Just
anything else
stick
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going back to the iPad. So.
Did you experience any? Well, you kind of mentioned you did writer's block while doing this.
Yeah, I'd be writing, and then like, all right, you really, people talk about George R.R. Martin when he was writing. He really is rough on his characters. I mean, you have to be. So I'd put my characters in these situations, and I'd be like, oh crap, now I don't know how to get them out. So I'd be stuck on like how to get them out for a while, but I'd kind of take a break from it. I'd write some other things. I'd read some stuff, the whole cosplay, breakdance, and all that stuff. I
Sure.
kinda distract myself with.
Mhm.
Yeah, when you get that writer's block, it's like I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Know? It's like that. Like the number one challenge really is running into those walls and trying to overcome and move on.
Yeah, kind of. Once your characters hit that wall and just kind of finding a way out of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you have any characters actually pass away? Anyone that you didn't want to, but you felt like, yeah, let's do it?
Kinda.
Yeah.
I don't really want to spoil it.
No, you're fine.
You're still reading it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, there's some twists involved there too.
Sure. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the read, and I tried to get it done before we talked, but I'm on chapter 5. I'm really digging it. The way you write, it's like you're watching it.
Yeah.
On the screen. You know.
This sounds like something that could easily be taken into the movie area.
Sure.
Because it's right about what a lot of things are happening right now in the movies, and you got Walking Dead, where you've got a whole society that's missing or
it all
dead.
starts somewhere.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I mean, this doesn't seem like a stretch to make it into something.
No, I'm sure that
Something
would
more.
be really nice.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
WB call you up like, listen, Harry Potter, we're getting tired of him. Let's come
bring
on
Navy
board.
on board.
Yeah, 50 million. Okay, is that all right for startup? You know. Yeah.
Well, I guess.
Yeah, we'll think about it.
We'll make it work, I suppose.
HBO.
Might have to cut back on some of the scenes, but
Right. Yeah, I'm really liking it. I love the world you built. It just felt like that.
Yeah.
You put a lot of thought into things, and just the description really makes you. It's like you're watching it. You know, that's how I relate mostly. I'm not a big reader. I'd love to be, but it's just like usually when I sit down, I get distracted. So
Yeah.
far with your book, it's like I'm watching it. You know, I'm a
Nice,
movie
yeah.
guy, so
That's good.
it's really cool, and I like the art on the book.
Oh, yep.
Just kind of looking towards the city, right? And then on the other side, there's like bulldozers and all kinds of
It's pretty much
destruction.
just the dead world that's left out there.
That was really cool. Helps the imagination.
Yeah.
grow, you know.
Yeah, we pretty much spent the whole summer. Me, Aaron Bunce, he is Automarch Publishing.
Sure.
We went back and forth editing it over the summer, and we got really, really in depth and to make it so that you could really be able to see it as you're reading it. So he was a big help getting it done.
I bet.
that's cool.
It was a lot of help learning from him.
The book itself, the way it's put together, the presentation of the book, you know, if you will, like the cover, just everything about it, the font, like I really appreciate it. Like it's not tiny font.
Yeah.
Like I'm not good with that.
When you're reading a Michael Crichton book that's like,
with a magnifying glass. You're like, all right.
well,
You know what? Is this a movie? I'm gonna go watch the movie. I'll be right back. But no, it's really flowing well, and it's a great book. So I'm really excited that you pulled something off that a lot of people would love to do and should do. You know, if you have an idea, you should go for it. And
It's fun, right? And
I bet.
you just create this whole world out of nothing.
Sure.
It's awesome.
Do you have non-related stories you'd like to do in the future for like books or?
Yeah. Well, I actually have one that's completed.
Great.
Another book. It's unrelated from Navia and her world. It's kind of like Final Fantasy VII meets Final Fantasy X meets like Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn. I don't know if you've read that or heard of that.
I think I've heard of it. I don't know too much about it, but I know Final Fantasy VII, and I remember I bought
It's kind of
game.
that kind of like urban fantasy kind of.
Nice.
oh, cool.
Like a
It's
quest
pretty
type
cool.
of story, or
A little bit, yeah. There's big, huge monster, evil king,
nice.
girl and a guy. They kind of get separated. Finding their way back to each other is them having to take on the big monster and the king, and to use these
fantastic.
different magical powers to make that happen.
Well, where can people find Navia 18?
It's on Amazon. That's probably the best way to get it. You can search Navia 18 or Christopher Guhl. I go by Christopher for my author stuff.
Oh, cool.
That's fantastic.
Pen name.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fun.
Just add on the Topher. And,
Sounds more sophisticated.
Yes. Yeah. I went to my first book signing with his book.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, we were
that
at
was-
Barnes & Noble
that was
last
cool.
month.
Yeah.
Yep. And you can get it on Barnes & Noble's website, too.
Oh, wow.
But you can't get it in the store. Not big enough
I got
for the
mine
store.
autographed. So.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I want to check this thing out. This sounds interesting.
Yeah.
And I am going to be a guest at the Des Moines Book Festival at
Oh,
the end
wow.
of this month.
Fantastic.
It's March 30th at Capitol Square
Okay.
downtown.
Excellent. Well, yeah. Go
Yeah,
check
there's going to be a
them
lot of
out.
authors there.
Oh, sweet. I bet.
Some pretty big ones, too.
Well, there you go, Mitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Get your autograph then.
I'll do that. Should
Yep.
plug that on the website too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll throw it all out there. Definitely. Yeah, I want people to know about it. So
Yeah.
It's always fun when you have a local person doing well.
Oh,
And then,
yeah.
you know, you get to
It's
see
good,
it grow.
It's good for the community. You know?
Yeah.
Yep.
We can
Yeah.
contribute. Iowans can contribute. We don't make corn or whatever. you know?
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
it's kind of funny that that stigma that we get
We're
here
farmers.
in Iowa. Yeah, there's not much outside of farming.
Yeah.
Well, we got a town that's in the middle of the state.
Right.
People live in there. But,
I mean, yeah, we got one
You
tall
know.
building.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna get another one soon.
What?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
You're
They
kidding.
started building it.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's
I think
that?
It's gonna have a movie theater in it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't. It's kind of
It's-
by 801, right?
It's off Court Avenue, like by the courthouse.
Okay. Huh.
It's gonna be something. I think it's gonna have apartments and maybe.
Yeah.
I like
Movie
that the
theater and
rebuild-
apartments, and I don't know what else.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're getting there. We're getting
Well,
there.
it's about time because
Look out, New York.
we had a whole bunch of movie theaters downtown
Yeah.
at one point.
I remember that.
and
Yeah.
everybody
Hills.
just went urban, and then downtown died out, and now you're seeing a regrowth again.
There was one in some building. I saw Bram Stoker's Dracula in it, and I still remember going down an escalator, I think. And it had like a massive lobby to it.
You think of Friedli's? That
Maybe.
was over off 3rd there.
That might have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I could remember, but yeah. That was an experience. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun going downtown and stuff. But yeah, look out. Des Moines, we're getting bigger.
Yeah.
Cutting down corn, building buildings.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need corn.
No.
So also you're a cosplayer, of course. Tell us about
Yeah.
that world and how you got into it.
Well, it's kind of a weird story. So, I mean, I've always kind of wanted to do it. I never really took the plunge. So one year for Halloween, my wife and I are like, all right, yeah, let's get some costumes and do something. So I got the Spiderman costume. So I actually kind of went out and did some research and found where I could get a good one. So I got it and I tried it on. I'm like, yes, this thing's freaking awesome. I love it. Spider-Man's been my dude like ever since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So we ended up not even doing anything for Halloween that year.
Oh.
I'm like, you know what? I want to wear this thing anyway. So my wife and I kind of came up with, maybe we'll just kind of just hang around the house and put on the Spider-Man outfit, and I'll just kind of do random stuff like, drinking water or cooking food or doing the laundry. Take some pictures of it and put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
And we'll call it Everyday Spidey.
Yeah.
So we
I get a
did
kick
it.
out of those.
I feel bad because I haven't been as active there lately.
Well, you're
'Cause
busy,
I've got all the writing stuff
Yeah,
going
of
on, but
course.
yeah, it's pretty funny. If you check it out,
You
there's some pretty good
breakdanced
stuff
in
in there.
that costume too, right?
Yo,
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
it's a little bit more difficult dancing in the costume, but
Oh, I bet. Of course.
I got to stay away from certain moves. But
Yeah. Right.
Have you tried making Uncle Ben's rice in the Spider-Man costume?
no, somebody had made a joke about that once. Because I did one where I was cooking food or something, and they made an Uncle Ben joke. And pulled
Just
at
like
my
looking at the box,
heartstrings.
Gone but
Yeah.
not forgotten.
That would be good. Yeah.
It's too bad you can't just walk into a grocery store and pull off that trick, because there's no way that
Yeah.
nobody would notice you in a Spider-Man
You'd be
costume.
like, nerd.
Yep.
Well, not anymore, really. I mean, the culture's getting pretty
Yeah, the
big.
culture is getting more and more accepted, and with people actually taking on these projects and doing these things, it's actually getting to somewhat movie level quality.
Yeah. Oh,
if
yeah.
you have the money to do it, though, because
Yeah.
it's
Oh, yeah,
super
there's
expensive.
Amazing stuff out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
So, do you belong to the Iowa cosplay?
I'm
group
with
at
it's the Avengers of the Night,
Okay,
but we kind of collaborate with some of the other groups too for certain events.
nice.
Yeah, we do kind of charity stuff, pretty much anything for kids. We'll go out and just hang out and have fun.
Movie premieres.
Yep, yeah, we did a movie premiere for Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, cool.
I was with the Misfits group on that one, and that was just so much fun.
Yeah.
We went out to Flicks for it, and you can order food
Mhm.
and drinks and stuff. So me and I did Miles Morales Spider-Man. He did the Peter Parker. So we were serving drinks to the people in the theater and serving popcorn and just messing with all the theater guests.
That would have been fun.
It
Were they
was
mostly
hilarious.
kids or a lot of adults? Do you recall?
Yeah, there was a good amount of adults, but yeah, a lot of families.
Yeah.
Adults with their
Oh,
kids.
that's cool. I should have brought my kids to that. Dang it.
Yeah. There's one kid that we were kind of calling him to come over.
Oh.
We were outside of the theater, but he was kind of scared, so him and his dad ran into the theater.
Oh,
So
shoot.
Ben's the guy that was doing Spider-Man. We're like, all right, let's go get him. So we ran in, we followed him into the theater right to his seat and just kind of hung out with him for a couple minutes. And he opened up. He was great.
How'd you get involved with Avengers of the Night?
Alan Nelson, he's the one that kind of came up with the idea. He's the one, he does Batman for the group. So he kind of put out this little deal where, he wanted to start this cosplay group to go out and do kids events and all that sort of thing. So he actually used to work with my mom, and she heard about it, and she showed him my Everyday Spidey page, and then he ended up reaching out to me. And
Oh, cool.
Nice.
yeah,
That's
kind of
awesome.
It's cool. All that
random
happens.
occurrence.
Yeah. That's the best kind, right? It's just
Oh, yeah.
who you know.
So
Yep.
do you make your own suit now, or do you?
Nah,
Okay.
I'm not skilled enough for that.
He just performs it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a skill
That in
too.
and of itself is a skill, because you have to think in your mind, okay, nobody can actually see me, but I've got to look the part and play the part while still like nobody knows who I am at least.
And you have to
that would be
function,
like a
too.
mind trick. Yeah.
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 I bet you get hot in that thing and
Well, actually, it's real thin.
Yeah.
I mean, it is skin tight and it's real thin. So we're out and we're going to these events like, it's Iowa. It's freaking cold.
Yeah.
right.
So
Oh,
I'm
no.
freezing. Like we did it was January. We did a Des Moines Buccaneers game.
Oh.
So it was a hockey game.
Yeah.
It's so cold. We're going out on the ice. Oh man, like Batman, Superman, all those other guys. They're good. They got their big padded costumes.
Right.
Yeah, I'm in here with my skin tight little leotard kind of thing, and yeah, I'm just freezing.
Hey, Spider-Man's got a winter coat on.
Yeah.
It's a new look. It's casual Spider-Man.
So how do you see out of the eyepiece? Because I know it's like little tiny hole punches and all that stuff.
Well, I've got a few different masks, and some of them, like the lenses, they're just kind of like sunglasses.
Oh, okay.
And they don't breathe very well, so they fog up pretty quick.
Oh.
I do have one mask that has mesh lenses, so those don't fog up, and it's a bit easier to see out of.
Yeah.
So I try to use that for most of our events that we go to, but
Do you-
sometimes I want to change up the look, so
You're
you just
right.
gotta suffer through it.
Do you talk a lot, or do you try to kind of move around instead?
I try to talk a lot.
Yeah.
Because the kids, they know Spider-Man's kind of a wisecracker
Yeah, sure.
and has all sorts of quips and stuff. So I try to interact as much as I can. And
That's great.
I put the mask on, I kind of become somebody else.
That's
try to
cool,
become
though.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
So I
fantastic.
try to be funny and
Sure.
that sort of thing.
Any favorite experiences that come to mind, other than just being in a group and dressing up as Spider-Man? I mean, that's cool itself. But
Yeah.
Pretty much all the events we go to.
Yeah.
Anytime a kid just kind of comes running up and they're just like, their arms are out and they
Yeah.
just want a big hug.
Right.
Like, that's awesome.
Make
Yeah.
people happy. I mean,
Yeah.
it's great.
It's one of those things as a kid, you kind of dress up with the clothes that you have, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then when you can actually do what you've wanted to do all your life,
Yeah.
that is so cool.
That is cool. Definitely. It's like you have two identities, really. Because
Yeah.
your face isn't out there, so it's kind of like, yeah, he is kind of, Spider-Man is cool. Yeah.
Better than
yeah.
Batman, because at least you can see his bottom chin and lips and stuff, and you're like, oh, there's a defining feature. I know who you are now.
It's Ben Affleck, duh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any Batman, it's Ben Affleck. Yeah. That is really fantastic. What would you recommend to people out there who maybe want to get into cosplay, the do's and don'ts, if you will?
Pretty much just do it.
Yeah.
Do whatever you can. I mean, even if it's just something like, Wizard World a couple years ago, I got a little Peter Parker Daily Bugle badge. I mean, you can do
Oh,
this
cool.
stupid little casual
Yeah.
cosplay like that, and it's great.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
I
you
mean,
can get
just-
really creative.
You
Yeah.
get little baby steps up to
Yeah.
getting into these nicer costumes, and then even getting into like the movie quality costumes.
Sure. And you got to be prepared probably for people to ask you for your picture a lot. If you're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
if you're going to go to those events.
Yeah.
Which I've never, I've asked a lot of people, and I don't think I've ever gotten a no. I got one no once, but it wasn't really a no. It was a Supergirl. It was my first con.
Mm-hmm.
Her boots were killing her, so she was sitting down. She's like, "You can, but I'm not going to stand up."
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun. I admire that. You know, someday when I get into shape, I hope to try the cosplay thing. I'd have to find something, but I've got an old like Keaton Batman mask. I might do that. It's so hot though. I remember as a kid just dying in it. I was excited to wear it. I was just like,
now you know how he felt.
yeah, really, right?
Great
How they all
fine.
feel.
A rubber suit
I
really
remember,
seals in the flavor.
It was the first year of Wizard World. I went. That was when I had my first Spider-Man costume. I went as that. My buddy went as Batman, and we went together. And he had just walked into Wizard World, and he's already like dripping sweat down his cowl.
Oh no!
And he was dying that whole day. But
I know. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people understand how hot it is. I think
some of those suits can get pretty brutal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, the first Wizard World, I went up to a Batman and his face was just dripping. And I said, "Can I get a picture?" He's like, "Sure." And some of it like spit out, and I was like, "Oh my god, you're melting!" I would definitely be like a puddle. I mean,
Yeah. At that point, if I played Batman, I'd also want to do the Bruce Wayne cosplay, so that my face and
right.
Obviously, I'm bald, so I'd never be able to do it. But
Yeah, you get a wig.
yeah,
Hey, there's some good wigs out there.
There are.
I know.
Call up
crazy
William
good
Shatner
wigs.
and he'll hook you up. Or John Travolta.
I need the price line negotiator wig, please.
Star Trek 2 or 3. 3 had a little curl. I like that.
Oh, that's right. He had the Superman curl going on.
No, yeah, kind of. Yeah, depends on what scene it was. But yeah.
Isn't it weird how and sorry to get off on a tangent. Isn't it weird how you can like watch his hairline go from like the little curl and then all of a sudden it just got really super thick?
Yeah,
Kind of like Robin Williams.
yeah. I think Robin Williams had plugs.
Oh, did
A
he?
lot of people in Hollywood, I think, get work on their hair. I really do because
Travolta's the biggest abuser of it. He should just go bald. The dude looks good
he
bald.
actually has recently
Yeah.
gone bald, and he's done it before in a movie from Paris with Love, which I got a kick out of that.
That's a great movie.
I was like, just stick with that look, man. This other one
Yeah.
looks goofy, It's
He
like,
looks actually intimidating with a bald head.
yeah, that's a good look. Yeah, it's funny because he'll be he'll be out at a premiere with short hair, and then like a month later he'd be at like the Oscars or some other award show, and he's got super long hair parted in the middle. I'm like, dude,
Got the butt cut
you're
going.
not fooling anybody. Yeah, it's like that's not real. Come on, unless you can grow hair that quick, I doubt it. But all that's fascinating to me. What you do, Chris, that's great, and
Yeah, it's fun.
yeah. Anyone out there listening, go for it.
Yes.
Definitely. And yeah, as soon
Just
as
do
I
it.
lose 100 pounds, I'll go for it too.
So being a big fan of Spider-Man, do you have any of the collect any comic books or anything? Or
Yeah, I've got a little bit of a collection. I don't know, I just kind of pick the good covers. And
yeah.
Is there any favorite storylines you can think of?
I was a big fan of the Spider-Verse storyline.
Yeah,
It was out, I don't know, like 5 years ago or so.
sure.
I also enjoyed like the Civil War, the original Civil War back in 06. That was a good one.
Which is very different from what we got, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Way
A
different.
little bit.
Doesn't Peter Parker announce it? Basically, it was a mutant registration, obviously, and then the whole you can come out and announce that you are the person. Didn't Spider? I don't think Peter Parker actually announced, or did he?
He did.
He did. Okay.
Yeah. But then it got erased afterwards.
As it should.
So Marvel did a little reboot after the Civil War. But yeah,
Right.
it was cool.
Yeah.
What have been your favorite Spider-Man actors?
I've enjoyed them all, but I've got to say Tom Holland's been doing great.
Yeah.
I really like him.
Age-wise, he's the
kinda-
closest. The other
yeah.
guys
Yeah.
are like 60 years old playing a high school student.
Yeah, his Spider-Man is just so funny, and he's got that down perfect. And his Peter Parker's really good too.
Yeah, he is. He is. What'd you think of Aunt May knowing he's Spider-Man? Was that like why do we do that?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a curveball.
Yeah.
but,
Kind of like the Iron
You
Man
know?
at the end of Iron Man, where
Yeah.
he's like, "I am Iron Man," and I was just like, "Oh, I thought that was a secret, dude."
I know, right?
I think we all kind of accepted that one though, because Robert Downey Jr. is just kind of a crass dude.
Yeah,
He's just that
Yeah,
way.
It would be a little out of character for him to
Right.
not announce it.
Yeah.
right. it was a curveball, but I dug it. I was like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
She knows. All right, that's fine. It's something new. She's younger.
Yeah, this is the first time in the movie that I've ever said, hello, I'm
Hey.
Well, they make a joke about it in the movie,
Oh, yeah,
It's
with
like,
Happy Hogan.
Oh, with the new one,
Yeah.
especially the new one. But yeah, like the convenience store owner in the first one, he's like, yeah, speaking Spanish, and Peter's like interrupts with Spanish, and that was funny. But yeah, that new one looks amazing.
It does.
Far From Home.
Yep, it looks great.
More costumes. I'm sure you're gonna buy in the future. He's got like a stealth suit and something
suit
else.
looks cool.
Yeah, he's got like a darker. It's like the Spider-Man suit in the Homecoming, but it's got darker blue or something. It's kind of like
I think
black.
it's just straight up black.
Is it straight up
Like
black?
Red and black, yeah.
It's cool though. I really did.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, they're really trying new things. So.
As a cosplayer, does it get kind of annoying when a new movie comes out and the suit's been changed?
Come
Kind of like, seriously, guys, come on. I mean, I only have so much
Yeah, like I just
money.
got this one. Now I gotta go get another one.
Everyone asks him at the cons, like, "Oh, do you have that one?" No, not yet.
Why are you wearing episode 3 suit when we're on 4 and 5?
You're not cool unless you got the newest suit.
That's funny.
No, I still like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. That's probably my favorite.
Yeah, the big
movie
eyes.
suit. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was probably the highlight, I guess, of that.
That was a good look.
Film.
Yeah.
But wasn't Batman and Robin bad? I didn't think. The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
No.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have gotten Holland if it didn't fail. So I guess
Right.
that's the positive out of that. Let's get into our 2 trailers we want to talk about. First off, Hellboy. This is trailer number 2. What'd you guys think?
I'll let you take it.
It was really good, and I'd never seen any of the previous Hellboys before, so I was never really interested in them, so I never really took the time to watch them. But when I saw that we were going to be talking about it, I'm like, all right, Hellboy, whatever. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll put up the trailer, see what it's like, and man, that looks good.
Yeah.
It looks really
It just
good.
looks fun.
Yeah.
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 The special effects look amazing.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it looks like a big movie.
It does look like an epic trailer. Finally, a rated R version, which is probably what the movie needed all along.
Right.
Just the humor is really good. I don't know about the cheetah-looking guy, but, that'll probably play.
Like I said, the whole game face scene
Yeah.
did it for me. When he's like, let's get your game face on, he just punches him right in the face. He's like, yeah, rawr, let's go. That was funny. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't expect the cheetah change. I was like, whoa, okay, all right. It was a lot of innocent people getting killed. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's different. Because the Del Toro ones are more comedic.
Yeah, more
scary and
kid-friendly.
dark, but they
Yeah.
also kind of played it safe with fatalities of innocent people. So this one's just like, nope, kill them all.
Yep.
You got a dude walking through a bridge and all these crazy creatures, and it looks like they're doing a lot of world building.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
some-
world looks great.
Yeah, there's some familiar things, but some new things as well.
Hellboy riding
Right
a
out of
dragon.
comics.
That was pretty sweet.
That was cool. And the sword with the flames
Yes.
on it.
The Hellboy-
Directing it.
The Hellboy horns look really good.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. And he looks great too. And that's not him though. A lot of people are like, "Oh my god, he really got jacked for this film." Like, no, it would have been harder for him to get like if he would have gotten in shape, the makeup would have took a lot longer to paint him and stuff.
Right.
So they put on a bodysuit. Like he's still gotten some shape, obviously, because you got to carry that around. But yeah, a lot of people are like, man, he's jacked. Like, no, it's not all him. Which makes sense. It's like that would take, if you got that.
Oh, yeah.
That discipline and the time, and then like, okay, we got to paint you for 4 hours instead of just like strapping on him.
Right, which is a
Doing your
lot better,
face
yeah.
up. Yeah. Yeah, I really dug it. When I see Mila Djokovic, I just think Resident Evil anymore.
It's
I'm like,
That's all I can think.
I hope she's good in this, It's just, I'm like,
I think she will be.
yeah. I do like that last line in the trailer, which,
Yes.
you want to say what it is? It was really funny.
Well, I'll let you take it on. I just want to hear you say it.
Yes.
Well, she's got him like, she's choking him out, right? She's like, we belong together. And he's like, it's not going to work. I'm a Capricorn and you're fucking nuts. That was just funny. Yeah. Oh god, that was funny. I watched that like twice in a row. Like, right
Yeah, when I was driving over in the car, I heard that and I just busted out laughing.
Yeah.
People were probably looking
And
at
he
me
had
funny.
the snowdrift, and that was
Yeah.
good. Yeah. No.
That was fun.
The first trailer I liked too. I didn't think it was terrible. I think there's a lot of doubt after it, but
Well, I
should-
think I mean, Hellboy looks pretty much the same, except for the fact it's a different actor. But
yeah.
a lot of people had the problem with the Hellboy look in the face area. Said that it looked like Hellboy had just gotten done with a week-long bender.
Well, he looks younger.
He does. I think it looks better
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
me.
that looks good.
Yeah.
The ponytail, the samurai-looking ponytail in the back's no longer there. It's longer hair and
Right.
looks better.
Yeah.
X-Men Dark Phoenix. This is trailer number 2 as well. This movie, of course, has been plagued with problems. They've done a lot of reshoots. It was supposed to come out a long time ago. What were your thoughts on this trailer?
I don't know. I'm still trying. You know, somebody dies in the trailer. I don't
Clearly it seems like
It's-
wow.
it seems
Might
like
wanna
it's-
surprise people with that.
Yeah, it's one person, but I don't think it is because I would ruin the whole canon of X-Men.
I don't think they're bothering with canon at this point, though. Just
Right.
because some of the, I think after Days of Future Past, they've kind of created this whole new,
Problem is that this is a pre-Disney merger film,
yeah,
and I don't know if their thinking was, okay, let's try to make it into a mythos of Disney, so we can continue it on, or do we just leave it as this is the last of Fox?
probably a cash grab. They're
Right.
like, we're going to
Yeah.
lose this property.
And I
Let's
feel
just
bad
move
because
it.
some of the actors that are in it should
Yeah.
be staying on to the
Yeah.
next one.
Right.
Professor X, I think, is played brilliantly.
Yeah.
Mystique, she's done so many movies, but I think her time's probably nearing an end.
Well, I think it's because
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence is such a big actress. It's
Yeah.
like it, you know, we don't get as much Mystique, and she's more of a hero now. She's not really a villain.
And
Right.
the look is different. The blue is lighter.
Yeah.
yeah,
You notice that?
yeah.
Looked a lot different.
Yeah. The suits are dead on for the 80s.
Well, it's actually in the 90s.
Oh, the 90s,
It would have
okay.
looked better in Apocalypse.
Yeah.
But, of course, at the end of Apocalypse, we got suits similar to the 90s cartoon. And I was like, you know, I bet that's the only time we see those suits.
Yep.
And sure enough,
Which is disappointing.
I know.
I
It
know.
just, they looked exactly like the day.
Yeah.
It just looked
That's all we
great.
want.
Yeah. Just don't waste more
tease it.
money. Just keep those costumes.
Yeah.
Let's move them to the next film. And we're good. So, yeah, overall, it looks like a repeat of Last Stand, which I'm like, oh god, are we doing this again? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it still hurts, right?
I'm just glad Bryan Singer redid that so that, you know, the
yeah,
world
well,
could
he didn't even
reset
direct
itself.
This one. He didn't
No.
direct this one, but yeah, he kind of.
But that was after the whole thing came out where he had some inappropriate stuff happen.
Actually, when he did, I think after Days of Future Past that came out. That's how old it's been. And then he directed
Apocalypse, which was a dud.
Yeah, and you know, it wasn't Last Stand bad to me.
No.
I still
No,
enjoyed it.
it was entertaining.
Yeah, it was. And of course, we got the awesome costumes at the end,
Yeah.
which they won't bring back. But the Weapon X thing was cool. I thought with
Yeah.
Wolverine.
That was a
Really?
spot on costume.
Yeah,
If
pretty
I've ever
much.
seen one.
Yeah, and it teased like, where they could go, but clearly they're not. Because then Logan came out, and it's just like, it's
Oh,
all
he's
over the
dead now.
place. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, okay, what's going on? So, yeah, and then they have New Mutants. They were gonna have that film as well, which was shot, and it was supposed to get reshoots. Those reshoots have now been canceled. So who knows if it'll even see the light of day? Unfortunately, but yeah, that movie looked really dark. Like
That would be pretty cool. Imagine getting paid to do a movie that never actually goes
it
out.
happens all the time.
Right.
I mean,
I mean-
especially with a writer and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they you submit a script, and if it doesn't get made, you still get paid for it.
Yeah.
Just keep it.
Yeah.
That's a pretty sweet
There's a
deal.
whole business out
Oh,
there
it's
for that.
nuts. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you
like
just submit a script that's just good enough
Yeah.
to get signed, and
I
then
sold
it'll
a
just
script.
never get made into a movie.
are they making it? No, they're not making it.
Unless the CIA
Got
picks
my
it
money
up.
though.
But since they own the rights, you'll
Right.
probably see some of your idea come through in a particular movie.
yeah.
And you're
Right,
like,
yeah.
I wonder. Yeah, there's a lot of that going around, but yeah, they already paid you, so you shut up about it, right?
Works for me.
I don't know. It's bittersweet, but I think we're all ready for Disney to just kind of take a crack at it. MCU,
Yeah.
anyway. The whole X-Men thing. There's word that Endgame, however that gets resolved, may bring in those
X-Men?
Yeah, X-Men, Fantastic Four, all those other characters.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, I'm really excited about. I think they could really do it.
Well, in
justice.
Deadpool 3, they're getting rid of X-Force altogether.
Yeah, but I guess they're still okay with keeping it rated R. So that's the talk right now, which Disney's done that before under different distributors or their subsidiaries like Dimension. Dimension did all the the Scream movies, and yeah, they've done that before. So it's not really like Mickey Mouse coming out and
That would be funny if Deadpool did something with Mickey Mouse.
That
would be awesome.
That will never happen.
Get back here.
Get back here, motherfucker.
Oh, see you at the game, Joe.
Deadpool like decapitates him with a sword.
I don't feel so good.
Makes him a shish kebab. Yeah, that will never happen. Never.
Just put like Goofy in the background of Avengers Endgame, or just
He's like slipping on the Yeah, no, that's never gonna happen. I'm sure even Ryan Reynolds knows better to mention, like, hey, I got an idea.
yeah. It's going to get tossed around a little bit. Probably never make it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
They would not jeopardize that at all. Before we go, is there any recommendations you guys would like to put out there for people?
Just trying to think. I saw Bohemian Rhapsody last night. That was good.
First time?
Yeah. Very, very good movie.
That was good.
And then before that, I saw The Kingsman, The Golden Circle. That's one of my just favorite go-to movies if I have nothing going on.
Yeah, it's kind of a guilty pleasure. I like the first one better.
I mean, there's so many innuendos and
so
jokes.
Ridiculous.
It is.
One, like so ridiculous. I don't know if you've seen the Kingsman
I haven't
movies.
seen any.
Oh, God.
First one's really good.
The first one you watch it the first time and you'll be like, what? Did they really say that? And then you watch it again. Yep. And then it gets better and better each time you watch it.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
There's more coming, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's going to be
A prequel, and then they're going to do a third one.
Yes.
Yep. I do have that film. It's kind of a guilty pleasure. It's so bad. But
Did you get the second one with the extra, the box set that came with 2 rock cubes for your whiskey?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't. No, but I loved all the. There's a Kingsmen are like tailors based. That's how they fund their organization from England, and then
It's a comic book series.
yeah, and it's not exactly,
But it's like James Bond like in a way.
right? And it's very different from the comics. Actually, they've changed it up a little bit. The second one, they have to enlist the help of the Statesmen, which is American based, and they're basically like cowboys, and they profit off whiskey. So they had that whole. They were actually selling a whiskey brand. With
Did they? Statesman
stamp on it.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
You can get that. It's like $60, but it's kind of a cool prop, to put on your shelf.
Yeah.
It was just ridiculous. It's fun, but it's
Second movie has Elton John in it.
oh gosh,
There's so many big names.
Too much Elton John.
No, just the right amount.
You don't think so?
Oh yeah, when he starts cussing, it's hilarious.
He does.
Oh, yeah.
He does a jump kick as he looks at the camera. Yeah,
When he says
Okay, I
"f
think I
you"
need
is
to-
hilarious.
I think I need to watch these movies.
Yeah.
yeah. Start with the first one.
Yes.
I think. Yeah, but yeah,
Samuel Jackson's in the first one,
oh, he's
Oh,
so good
nice.
in that one.
Yes.
yeah, he really is.
and that one lady that was in the Mummy was also in that one.
yes, Sophia.
Yeah,
Butella or
yes.
something like that. Yeah,
Yep.
she's very, very talented. Yeah. I actually thought she was a real amputee because her character has 2 swords. Yeah, well, I did.
movie magic, real amputee.
I really thought the way she moved and everything.
Oh, I know. It
was
looked
like,
real, right?
This looks like they actually got someone who lost their legs and put them in a movie. And I'm like, hey, that's great. And then she's really a dancer, and she's
Well, she
walking
was on
around
Step
and-
It Up too, I think.
Oh, yeah, I would have known.
Yeah. Not that I go out and watch these movies, but I was just looking at the history.
No, I won't judge you. No, I'm sure Chris has seen Step Up, maybe.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of
There's
them.
some break dancing in that, right? I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. There's some
Or
good b-boys in there.
bad acting. I don't know.
Bad acting, yeah.
Yeah.
Good dancing. But
A lot of Razzle nominations for that. What about you, Chris? Any recommendations you can think of?
I don't know. I hear there's a good book called Navy 18 out.
Yes.
That's probably
Yes.
about all that I know.
I agree. I recommend that too. Definitely. Definitely.
There's rumors about that being a good book.
Yeah. Should get the author on sometime. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. I'm so glad.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah, I'll recommend Doom Patrol. That just came out. I think they're 3 episodes in now on the DC Universe app. Really good show. It's dark and gritty, and it's funny. Brendan Fraser plays Robot Man.
Oh,
This is a
yeah, I
comic
remember.
character.
Yeah.
So it's his comeback role. It's really
Yeah.
it's really fun to see. And there's flashbacks before he became Robot Man. Timothy Dalton's in it. He's like the leader. They call him Chief.
Nice.
He basically made Robot Man. he's kind of like Professor X. He found all these people with unique skills and kind of helped them function again.
Yeah.
You know, from all their accidents they had. It's a really good show. I recommend that. And of course, if you want to save money, I would recommend waiting till all the Doom Patrol's out there, then maybe getting the DC Universe app for a month and just binge watching all the Titans that's already out there completed and all the Doom Patrol. And they have Swamp Thing coming. It's going to be a hard R. That's what I've heard. Yeah, should be pretty cool. I'm a big Swamp Thing fan. And then they have a Harley Quinn cartoon, which is an adult cartoon, I believe.
Sure.
We'll have language and stuff. Katie Coco, is that how you say her name? From Big Bang Theory?
Oh,
She's
yeah.
voicing
Kaylee
Harley
Cuoco,
Quinn.
yeah.
Kaylee.
Yep.
There's a lot of cool things out there. There's comics, there's movies,
Cool.
lots of old stuff. But
Sweet.
yeah, check that out. And of course, Star Trek Discovery, that's on CBS All Access. Steve and I also host a sister podcast about that called Star Trek Discovery Mission Report. And we'll have a new episode out very soon. We talk episodes and, of course, any Star Trek related news. Mostly, if we bring up Star Trek on the show, there's crickets. So Steve and I just do this offset show, especially if Joey's on.
Yeah.
You just, what? No,
Yeah.
not interested in that. With all that, thanks, Chris, for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah, really,
fun.
really
This is
appreciate
cool.
you taking the time. And don't be a stranger.
You're always welcome back. Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Come back anytime. And we'd
Yeah.
love to have the Avengers of the Night if they ever like to come by as well. So
Yeah.
the
Bring 'em
invitation's
by.
out there. So
Absolutely.
all right.
We just need to get video.
Yes, and
That's what we need to
told
work.
him before we
Yeah.
started. Like,
No,
we're working on
gotta
it.
do it.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
We're working on it, man. I wish I had a camera guy. Someone who just wants to shoot.
We just need.
I know.
That's
We'll
a
have to
perfect
just
place for a
tripod it.
GoPro.
Yeah, put
Yeah.
it right there. Yeah, I'll do some tweaking on it. We'll have to get Steve involved. He doesn't want his face on there, so I'm like, I can blur your face with some software, so we can
Yeah.
try that.
Yeah, I
Do a
got a
little-
Spider-Man mask for him. if you
Yeah,
want.
there,
there
you
we
go.
go.
He'll be so hot the whole time. You're like, Steve, you're really quiet. Oh, he passed out. That's why. Well, with that said, we'll be back next week. I'm Josh.
I'm Mitch.
And I'm Chris.
Take care.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.